Most men think attraction is something you do. You say the right words. You give compliments. You try to be confident. But still, something feels missing. Because attraction doesn't start with actions. It starts with switches in the brain. Today I'll show you 3 pleasure switches women can't resist. Not physical. Not sexual. Purely psychological. And once these switches turn on, she feels drawn without knowing why. Switch number 1, the mystery switch. Let me tell you something uncomfortable. The more you explain yourself, the less attractive you become. Most men talk too much. They justify every decision. They answer questions before they're even asked. But mystery works differently. Mystery gives the brain space. When you pause before replying, when you don't reveal everything at once, when you let silence exist, her mind fills the gaps. And the brain loves completing unfinished stories. That's why short replies feel powerful. That's why calm pauses feel confident. That's why not reacting instantly creates curiosity. You're not hiding. You're not playing games. You're simply not leaking information. And curiosity is one of the strongest pleasure signals in the human brain. Switch number 2, the validation withdrawal switch. This is where most men fail. They give validation too early. Too easily, too freely. Compliments, agreement, approval. But attraction doesn't grow from being rewarded for nothing. It grows when validation is earned. Here's the key difference. You're kind. You're respectful. You're warm. But you're not dependent on her reaction. If she laughs, fine. Life creates pressure. Noise. Drama. Most men react emotionally. They rush. They explain. They get defensive. But calm men do something different. They slow down. They listen before speaking. They don't fight for dominance. They don't chase control. And that calm sends a deep signal. I can handle things. To the nervous system, calm equals safety. And safety feels good. Not boring. Not weak. Stable. That's why a man who stays grounded during chaos feels 10 times more attractive than a man who talks loud but cracks under pressure. And here's what most men still won't understand. These switches don't work when you perform them. They work when you become them. When you stop chasing reactions. When you stop explaining yourself. When your presence stays calm, even in silence. Attraction stops being something you force. It becomes something people feel around you. So don't try to be impressive. Be grounded. Be controlled. Be intentional. Because the strongest seduction is never loud. It's quiet. And it lingers. If this changed the way you think,
Top like.
and subscribe. Because this channel is about mastering presence, psychology, and quiet confidence. More soon.